Hey guys, my name is Deb Taylor. I'm the Clinic Director at NatMed, and this month is Reproductive and Hormone Health Month, and I'd like to talk to you about one of my favourite tests to use, which is the Dutch hormone test. I love this test because it is the most accurate in the world. It was developed by Precision Analytical, who've got a wealth of videos online that you can go and listen to. These guys in this lab is super schmick, and their science and methodology is outstanding in terms of scientific validation. So what do you get with this test? You get like a speedo reading for all of your hormones, but you get the why. So with a saliva hormone test, you will get the what, which is your estrogen's high compared to your progesterone, but you won't get the why. So with this test, you will understand what's happening. So I had a patient last week who had cystic acne. Nothing that we were doing was working, and so it would work for a little while and then it would stop working, and the jawline acne was really annoying her. So we did this test. It is expensive, it's $550, but for her, she was spending a ton of money on different treatments for her skin to clear it up, so it was worthwhile. When we did the test, what we could see quite clearly was that her androgens her hormones were converting to these androgens that were causing the jawline acne and shunting away from estrogen. So it wasn't the fact that she had too much testosterone or too little estrogen. It was simply the fact that she was converting, in the presence of this huge cortisol load, her hormones into testosterone instead of into female hormones, and thus she was developing the jawline acne. Another example of a patient that I used the Dutch hormone test for was a patient who had extremely heavy periods. And when you have heavy periods, we know that you've got too much hydroxylated estrogen, which is a fancy word for bad estrogens, if you like. But there's up to 16 different things as naturopaths that we can give you for clearance of hydroxylated estrogens. And so sometimes it's just cheaper and better and quicker and easier to test, which we did for this patient using the Dutch hormone tests. And what I could see was that she had a deficiency of B12. That wasn't showing up in the bloodstream. It showed up in a urine test that she did, which is part of the Dutch. So with the Dutch hormone testing, you do saliva at different times of the day, plus urine metabolites, and then the lab works out an equation of differentials between those readings, which gives us an accurate actual amount in your body. And that's the problem with other tests, is that you get an amount of hormone in your saliva, but that might be inaccurate as to what's actually happening at a glandular level and what's in your serum, and B, it doesn't give you the why and how that is occurring and why. So for this particular patient with the heavy periods, we could see that she had a high MMA, which methylmonic acid is a byproduct of poor B12 conversion. So we knew that she didn't have enough B12, and B12 is a really important methyl donor to perform methylation and detoxification of hydroxylated estrogen. So we knew that she needed B12. And then we could also see that she had a poor efficiency of the cytochrome 1B1 pathway, which detoxes hydroxylated estrogens, and the elegant fix for that was a really cheap and easy formula called glutathione, which is an antioxidant that the liver needs to be able to deconjugate that hydroxylated estrogen. So it meant that the prescription was a lot more elegant, a lot more affordable, and a lot easier to deal with and build into her routine. And the outcome was that her periods lightened, and that cured her iron deficiency as well.